Now to the top focus at this hour. AAP MP Sanjay Singh is currently facing ED heat in the alleged liquor scam case. The probe agency, which is currently focusing on the alleged 2 crore rupee kickbacks that claims Singh is a key conspirator in the case. Now we'll get you the details of that money trail, but 2 aides of Sanjay Singh, Vijay Tyagi and Sarvesh Mishra, and 1 aide of Dinesh Chowdhury, Sabha Singh, have been summoned and grilled by the Enforcement Directorate. As per the probe agency, Sarvesh Mishra had allegedly received 1 crore rupees on behalf of Sanjay Singh. The aides are now being confronted with Sanjay Singh by the ED. Times Now has confronted Sarvesh Mishra today, who expressed confidence and said that truth will win. Look at the sequence.
ये तो ऑफिशियल क्यों लिए थे? कुछ तो हुआ था, कुछ तो बोलिए।
सत्य की विजय होगी, सत्य की विजय होगी, भरोसा रखिए आप लोग। सत्य की विजय होगी, भरोसा रखिए।
1 करोड़ रुपए संजय सिंह के घर पे
आपकी विजय होगी, सत्य की विजय होगी, सत्य जीतेगा।
आपकी गिरफ्तारी की भी बात हो रही है।
सत्य की विजय होगी।
ये तो ऑफिशियल क्यों लिए थे? कुछ तो हुआ था, कुछ तो बोलिए।
सत्य की विजय होगी, सत्य की विजय होगी, भरोसा रखिए आप लोग। सत्य की विजय होगी, भरोसा रखिए।
1 करोड़ रुपए संजय सिंह के घर पे
होगी, सत्य की विजय होगी, सत्य जीतेगा।
आपकी गिरफ्तारी की भी बात हो रही है।
सत्य की विजय होगी।
So what is the alleged role of these individuals who are being questioned and grilled by the Enforcement Directorate? The first is Vijay Tyagi, who's an aide of Sanjay Singh. You can see in that picture there, in that blue sweatshirt. He's there, and the allegation is that he got stakes in Amit Arora's business. The second individual involved is Sarvesh Mishra, who you heard just a short while earlier. He has allegedly, if you go by what the ED is saying, facilitated the money trail. The third individual in question is Sabha Singh. He is a partner of Dinesh Chowdhury and an aide, is what the ED has stated in its remand note, which has been presented before the court. Now, also details coming in as far as Vijay Tyagi is concerned is that he was linked to Singh for the last 10 years. Sarvesh Mishra in 2021 got 1 crore rupees from Dinesh's staff. As far as Sabha Singh is concerned, he signed the form of a share transfer to Vivek is the allegation. There's also, of course, currently the status that he parliamentary assistant to Singh. As far as Sarvesh Mishra is concerned, in 2022, another 1 crore was given to him. So 2 tranches over there that are being alleged. Sabha Singh, of course, was introduced, or Dinesh introduced him to Sanjay Singh, is what is being charged over here as far as these 3 individuals are concerned. Also, there was no experience to join a heavy business as far on part of Vijay Tyagi. Sarvesh Mishra allegedly, later Dinesh talked to him over the phone, is what is being stated over here as far as Sabha Singh is concerned. He was told by Dinesh about the liquor business is what we are told. The ED has also added that Vijay Tyagi was quote unquote a dummy for Sanjay Singh. That's the information coming in over here, as you can see. Let's go across to the next set of graphics as far as these allegations are concerned. Now, this is what we are being told by the Enforcement Directorate. This is purely, of course, quoting from the remand note of the Enforcement Directorate, on the basis of which the court has granted custody of 5 days of Sanjay Singh, mind you, yesterday. Now, Samir Mahendru, in fact, was accused number 8, has alleged that there was a 3 crore bribe paid through Dinesh Arora and further on to Vijay Nayar's directions given to Sarvesh Mishra. That's the allegation coming in over here. This is the web that's coming in, and further from Sarvesh Mishra, the allegation of ED is that that money went on to Sanjay Singh. This is the very, very serious charge that Sanjay Singh is facing at this point of time. Let's go further to look at what exactly transpired as far as Abhishek Boinpalli is concerned. He is a Hyderabad-based businessman who's been arrested as well. 4 crores were given between March and April of 2022 to Dinesh Arora, who's an industrialist, as you very well know. He's an approver as well. And this money then goes on to Vijay Nayar's directions. It further is given and collected by Harinder Singh, is the information coming in as far as the role of Dinesh Arora and Abhishek Boinpalli is concerned. That money collected by Harinder Singh is further delivered to Sarvesh Mishra, and that 1 crore is further allegedly delivered to Sanjay Singh. That's the charge that the ED is probing at this point of time, and the court certainly at this point of time have allowed for the custody as far as Sanjay Singh is concerned. So this, in a sense, in a nutshell, is the sum and substance as far as the charges are concerned. We'll also listen into the reactions coming in on this entire story, because we've heard a number of reactions coming in from both the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. There's been a heated war of words over the last 48 hours on this issue. Let's listen into some of the reactions coming in.
देखिए कि पूरा का पूरा इन्होंने हमारी इतनी जांच करा ली, कुछ निकला। बस घोटाला बोले, बस घोटाला हो गया, कुछ नहीं निकला उसमें, सारी जांच करा ली। बोले स्कूल के क्लासरूम बनाने में घोटाला कर दिया, सारी जांच करा ली, उसमें कुछ निकला। फिर बोले बिजली का घोटाला हो गया इतने 1000 करोड़ रुपए का, उसमें कुछ नहीं निकला। फिर बोले सड़कों के बनाने में घोटाला हो गया, उसमें कुछ नहीं निकला। पानी का घोटाला हो गया, उसमें कुछ नहीं। अब ये धीरे धीरे पता चल रहा है, कल सुप्रीम कोर्ट की सुनवाई आप सब लोगों ने सुनी कि ये पूरा शराब घोटाला भी फर्जी है। मैं तो शुरू से ही कह रहा था कि एक पैसे का कोई लेन देन नहीं हुआ। जज कल बार बार पूछते रहे, भाई कोई तो दिखाओ, एक पैसा तो दिखाओ, कहीं सबूत तो एक सबूत नहीं है इनके पास, एक सबूत नहीं है। तो पूरा का पूरा शराब घोटाला फर्जी है। थोड़े दिन के अंदर ये शराब घोटाला बंद हो जाएगा, एक और ले आएंगे।
दिल्ली में मैं यही देख रहा हूं कि एक भ्रष्ट सरकार जो आम आदमी पार्टी की है, जिसके उप मुख्यमंत्री, स्वास्थ्य मंत्री से लेकर सांसदों तक जेल में है, जो कभी भ्रष्टाचार मिटाने के नारा देते थे, धरने पर बैठते थे, आज भ्रष्टाचारियों को बचाने के लिए धरने पर बैठ रहे हैं। एक बड़ा बदलाव आपने देखा होगा, राजनीति में आने से पहले अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और आम आदमी पार्टी जब नहीं बनी थी तब इन्होंने कहा था इंडिया अगेंस्ट करप्शन। ये अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और उनके साथी कांग्रेस के भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ धरने पर बैठते थे। अब अरविंद केजरीवाल जी अपने भ्रष्ट साथियों को बचाने के लिए धरने पर बैठते हैं।
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us, Shazia Ilmi is BJP spokesperson. Joining us also is Deshwardhan Nigam, lawyer. With us is Dinesh Chowdhury, BRS spokesperson. But I first and foremost want to go across to Sanjeev Kaushik, political analyst. आपने अभी सुना अनुराग ठाकुर को, जो मंत्री है सूचना प्रसार के, उनका यह कहना है कि एक समय था जब अरविंद केजरीवाल धरना देते थे कांग्रेस के भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ। आज की डेट में वो अपने भ्रष्ट नेताओं को बचाने में लगे हुए हैं। यह आरोप है बीजेपी का। जवाब दीजिए।
देखिए, बीजेपी का जो मैसेज है वो बिल्कुल साफ है कि जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी या सरकार के अगेंस्ट में जो जुबान खोले उसकी जुबान सिल दी जाएगी या बंद कर दी जाएगी। इसी तरह से मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूँ कि जिस बात पे या जिस आधार पे ये गिरफ्तारी हुई है, जिस अरोड़ा की बात लगातार कल परसों से लगातार चली आ रही है और जो स्टोरी आपने बताया जिसके आधार पे, वो आदमी है जो 1 अगस्त को उसको पहले बेल दे दी जाती है, फिर दोबारा उसको वापस लाया जाता है और 14 को वो एक जब अप्रूवर बन जाता है तो उसके बाद में वो स्टेटमेंट देता है। उस स्टेटमेंट के आधार पर ये गिरफ्तारी होती है। मैं बार बार एक बात कह रहा हूं कि ये पहली ऐसी गिरफ्तारी है या पहला इस तरह से भ्रष्टाचार है जिसमें मनी का कोई ट्रेल नहीं दिख रहा है, कहीं कोई ट्रेस नहीं है, एविडेंस नहीं है, उसके बावजूद भी गिरफ्तारी हो रही है। कोर्ट पूछ रहा है ये कौन सा घोटाला है जहां कोई पैसे का लेन देन सामने दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है।
तो अप्रूवर की स्टेटमेंट इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं लग रही है? जो अप्रूवर्स हैं, जो कोर्ट ने अलाउ किया दोनों लोगों को अप्रूवर बनने के लिए, उसके स्टेटमेंट को आप अहमियत नहीं देते हैं?
पहले उसने क्या कहा, उसी अप्रूवर ने पहले क्या कहा है? पहले स्पष्ट पूछा गया, कोर्ट ने पूछा तो उसने सीधा कहा कि नहीं, कहीं से भी एक पैसे का भी लेन देन या कहीं से भी संजय सिंह का इसमें नाम नहीं दिखाई देता है।
तो फिर
जो आदमी बार बार स्टेटमेंट बदल रहा हो और जाहिर सी बात है कि वो गिरफ्त में हो, उससे जो कहलवा लीजिए, उससे तो यदि कोई चाहे तो नरेंद्र मोदी का नाम ले ले। वो
who's singing like a canary because he is under pressure. He's saying all this allegedly, if I can extrapolate from what's being stated here by Mr. Sanjeev Kaushik, to perhaps save his own skin. That possibility can't be ruled out, he says. Shazia.
Well, of course, no possibility can be ruled out, and I'm sure the Enforcement Directorate of this country will ensure that there is a solid case in place. I find it very amusing that while there is a war cry of political vendetta and all kinds of cases being made about witch hunting and BJP, look at the merits of the case. If you look at the case and and the entire money trail, which you just told us in great detail, Madhav, as to how money changed hands, how the scheme was made, how the excise policy came to place, how the profiteering was done, how the revenue of the excise department actually reduced despite the huge rocketing sales and consumption of both whiskey and wines, whatever the category is, and how deliberately licenses were given, and how wholesalers and the distinction between wholesalers, manufacturers and retailers and even blacklisted companies was made completely was blurred. And not just that, now we have the case of 3 crores exchanging hands. Dinesh Arora, if he is lying, I'm sure, or just saying it to please a certain agency which is supposed to be, as is being accused, working at the behest of a party, then the case will fall flat on its face. I have a very small thing. Give me 30 seconds, Madhav, and I will not intervene later. Now, this was the same thing was said about Satyendra Jain and about Manish Sisodia. Now we have the same opposition, we have the same CBI, we have the same Supreme Court, we have the same government, and we have the same opposition. how come whether it's Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi, or it's Sanjay Raut, or it's, 2 days back, Lalu Prasad Yadav and Tejasvi Yadav and Rabdi Devi,
I'm going to have to interrupt you, Shahzad, because I have to take a quick break. I'm going to request Deshadan Nigam and Dinesh Chowdhury to stay with us. We're going to continue with this discussion in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We're discussing the charges against Sanjay Singh and, of course, the money trail that has been alleged by the Enforcement Directorate. Of course, the court has sent Sanjay Singh into 5 days of custody of the Enforcement Directorate, and several of his aides also being interrogated today. Dinesh Chowdhury of the BRS is also with us. Dinesh, before we went into the break, we were discussing about the kind of money trail. While, of course, the approval statement is not to be taken seriously, is what Sanjeev Kaushik says. Shahzad Ilmi says, what about the huge amount of information that's already out there about the kind of decision-making that was underway? The cabinet notes that were, for instance, taken into consideration, and clearly the benefits that were given to large number of manufacturers, wholesalers, the entire lines being blurred by the new excise policy. Dinesh Chowdhury.
Good evening, Madhav. While there have been many alleged money trails and money kickbacks, when Supreme Court clearly asked DD to furnish the details where the money has changed and how these people benefited from it, they couldn't provide the details. So it always has been alleged money trail. They couldn't recover money from any of the so-called alleged kingpins which they are mentioning in their ED charge sheet or anything. And let me ask another question. While these things and these developments are being given utmost priority, I would like to ask, what happens after the so-called washing powder Nirma phenomenon throughout India? There have been ED cases against Suvendu Adhikari, Mukul Roy. There have been investigations against Himanta Biswa Sharma. There have been CBI inquiries against Narayan Rane. There have been ED inquiries against Bhavna Gavli. But after they joined BJP, conveniently all of these alleged investigations and the so-called arrests have been stopped.
Okay, let me put that question across to Deshadan Nigam. Deshadan Nigam, has BJP become a washing machine is the question he is asking. Number one, and more importantly, why is it that the ED was not able to, prove those charges or satisfy the Supreme Court? Because yesterday there were a series of questions that they had in fact raised, not just in terms of Mr. Sisodia's case and the money trail that he's referring to, but also as far as the role of the Enforcement Directorate is concerned, going as far as to say that just because a person's response does not fit in with your theory, you can't say that they're not cooperating, and several such observations which were quite scathing coming in from the Supreme Court. Deshadan Nigam.
Madhav, the observations made by the Supreme Court are obiter dicta. They are not going to affect the final judgment. Reason being, this is only the bail hearing, and after the complete trial takes place, it will come. And in the meantime, if any other evidence comes up, it can be put through supplementary charge sheet in a court. And we have seen as a lawyer, number of cases where supplementary charge sheets are filed as when the evidence come out. So far as these financial transactions are concerned, one which is very important, generally it happens through Hawala transaction, cash given at one place, and then it even leaves the country and otherwise. So it becomes slightly difficult to prove. And therefore, Supreme Court raised two questions out here, which probably many of the opposition parties are ignoring, which are very serious. One, they said, because the allegation was there that the party, Aam Aadmi Party, has received the money. They said whether you have made them a party or not, it's a registered party and legal juristic person. And the person who are running the party then also become accused. This is something very important.
But they did clarify that comment that they were not asking for the party to be implicated, but asking what the process was. We'll have to leave it there, Deshadan Nigam, completely out of time. Shazia Ilmi, Deshadan Nigam, Sanjeev Kaushik, Dinesh Chowdhury, a very sensational development indeed, with the Member of Parliament of the Aam Aadmi Party having been arrested, and now, of course, his aides being grilled. What really will come out of this entire investigation is something that will be watched very, very closely. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening.